All right, guys, so if you've had this issue with your garbage disposal and before you call a plumber or go to one of the stores and buy a new one, check out this hack. It might help you guys and it'll save you a few $100s. So yeah, this is gonna be under my series of DIY, do-it-yourself projects at the house where I can help people that are searching on YouTube to potentially fix something that won't cost them an arm and a leg. And it actually is a really easy process on this. All right, so you're washing your dishes and you're trying to use your garbage disposal and then you flick your switch or whatever and then it doesn't do anything. That is probably because there's something in there that is binding with the blades or it's stuck, and there's a fail safe underneath that I'll show you. And all right, so I'm underneath here. I haven't unplugged it yet, but that's the first thing you'll want to do before you start the work. This has a power plug that you just have to basically pull out of the wall, and you'll look everywhere. Usually there's either a hole right here where you would put one of these like hex bolts. Sometimes whoever the installer is might leave one like taped to the side here or in a junk drawer of yours in the house, but you'll get this hex bolt and you'll put it right here. I'll kind of show you. It'll kind of plug in right here and then you'll turn it and that'll basically disengage whatever's binding on the blades that turn. And then also on mine, there is a reset button, and that is up here on the side. So you press the reset button and then go ahead and flick the switch and see if that did the trick. But most of the time, you'll hear like a slight humming, like it's trying to do something, like a buzzing sound, electronic sound. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But, okay, so if you're getting that buzzing sound, what it is it's like stuck. Something's binding it. Maybe you put something in the disposal or someone in the family did, and that's the problem. So let me show you what the hack is and how to fix that real quick. All right, so like I said, you want to unplug it before you do anything, because what I'm going to ask you to do, and make sure the switch is in the off position. All right, so you're going to go in here. And if you don't have big hands, maybe get someone to help you that has smaller hands. But you're going to want to have to grab everything out of there that is stuck, or like lime wedges, eggshells, whatever. You want to basically put that, throw it in the garbage tank, because you want to have it as clear as possible as you can. Because when you reach down in here, see if I can kind of show you. I open this out. You can kind of see down in here. And there's two blades that rotate on like a spinner, a spinning plate. And the humming is because that spinning plate is seized somehow. So something is binding it up and you got to basically unbind it. There are tools that you can buy online, but I'm not going to want you to do that. I'm saving you the agony of having to buy a tool, then you gotta wait for it to deliver, and in the meantime, your house is stinking because you got all this garbage in the disposal and you can't get rid of it, and the line is all clogged or whatever. So you wanna run it and spin it and clean it all up, right? All right, so the quick hack is either like a plunger that you would do to unclog a toilet, or you can even just use a hammer. And what you're gonna do is you want to stick this base of the hammer and basically catch it onto one of the blades, and you want to force, I'm trying to make it so you can see down there, you want to force this to spin. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to cut real here so you can kind of see. All right, so I kind of put the flash on here so you can kind of see down in there, but you'll want to see where it'll turn. You see what I just did? See how I'm forcing it to turn? I just unbinded it. So whatever was stuck, it's very sensitive, and it protects you. That's why it'll seize, and then it'll pop that, basically like a fuse, but it'll pop that so the motor won't overheat and burn out your motor. So you're kind of happy that it does that. But that right there that I just turned, now I'll flip the switch, and magically it works. I recommend like putting some cleaning detergent in there, run it good, so maybe cut all the grease and really clean it out. Plus, if it's been stinking for a few days, you want to get that smell out of there. And there you go. You saved yourself probably $100 or more on a new disposal, and then a service call on a plumber would have been another 100 or more, probably 200, who knows. But that saved you a few $100s on a quick hack that might happen. And this works for any garbage disposal, whether it be mowing, InSinkErator, whatever it's called. I think it's called InSinkErator, yeah. Pretty much all the brands have that same fail-safe that I already mentioned. If it doesn't have the hole here, that's where you use the hammer, like I said, to basically force the plate to turn around. That's about it.